The only way you cannot succeed at something is by giving up and quitting. Failure, mistakes are only feedback. They're only data. They're only wisdom, insight, and enlightenment that you receive, that you gain, because you realize not to do that next time because it's not producing the result and effect you want. You realize not to go that way because that's not in the direction of the way you want to go. So you never truly lose or lack anything from making mistakes and failures. You literally gain in wisdom that you can use. The only way you cannot succeed is if you give up, if you quit. Failure, mistakes, and consistency are literally the investments that we pay for success. The cost we gotta pay, God, like the divine, like the only costs you gotta pay for success is to be imperfect and to be consistent, and you gonna win. Cause no cap, truly in life is a marathon, for real. It really is a marathon, like Nip said. It really is a marathon, because it ain't no, like, what are you in a rush for? What are you going slow for? Don't think about time. You're going to make it. If you still on the road, you gonna make it. You may get stopped at red lights, stop signs, yield signs, construction signs, and you still gonna make it to your destination. But guess what? If you turn around, if you stop going, you get out the car, you're not gonna make it. Not because you're incapable, not because you're a failure, but because you gave up, you quit, you stopped. You gave up, you stopped. So yeah, man. Failure, mistakes, imperfections, which is all it is imperfections. They give you insight, they give you wisdom. And consistency is literally the price we gotta pay for success. You can't lose if you consistent. You can't lose if you learning from mistakes and failures. And it's like, you have to be encouraging with yourself. You make a mistake, you do something wrong, ain't no right or wrongs, bro. Ain't no good or bad. But if you do something that you don't want to do again, you don't say you stupid. You don't sit here and judge yourself and criticize yourself for learning. Why would you judge and criticize yourself for learning? That's the ego. That's the ego. The ego is trying to think that you're supposed to judge yourself. You're supposed to punish yourself. You're supposed to, I should do this. I should do that. I did this. Like, bro, all that judgment, all that criticalness, all that over-analytical, all the ego. When God looks at you as perfectly imperfect enough to do whatever you want, to have whatever you want in life, it's giving you grace, kindness, forgiveness, encouragement, patience, all that, all the time. And you sitting there and listen to the ego, or you listen to society judge you for doing something wrong or bad, when all you got to do is encourage yourself and get back on the track, and you still gonna make it there. You still gonna make it to the success. You still gonna make it to where you want to be. You wouldn't even be walking today if you didn't fall and crawl when you was a baby. You wouldn't even be walking today, because you realize, when I fall, when I'm crawling, this is not walking. When I give up, when I quit, this is not succeeding. This is not going to the finish line. Use your mind for optimism. Use your mind for encouragement. Stop being so overly judgmental. Stop being so mean to yourself and everybody else. Don't listen to what nobody else got to say. Listen to God and listen to your heart. All that other stuff, if it ain't in alignment with that, it don't matter. It don't matter. You are an abundant being. You cannot lose. You cannot lack anything. Literally.